Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, it's part 2 of fitting Powerflex bushes to the Punto. So without further ado, let's get out to the shed and get finished on the front end of the car. Alright, so here's the current state of play. The roll bar is off the car, as you can see here. Stabilizers which go on the end of it. This is the two there. I've got one finished already. When you remove it, has a big black bush in it. Here's a big chunk of it there. So what you want to do is destroy that. Just get rid of it any way you can. Small hacksaws, screwdrivers, pry tools, just get it all destroyed now. It's half stuck to it, so it's a little bit tough. I'm going to finish that one off now in a sec. Once you get that all out, very easy to press the new bush in, and then that one's ready to go. We also have the anti-roll bar bushes here. Here's one, here's the other. These are attached together, this steel casing, so you need to pry this casing apart. I used basically a flathead that was broken of an old socket, put it in, gave it a good few smacks of a hammer and separated it out. I'm going to finish the job with a pry bar, which I have here. Separate that. This actually comes in the instruction kit for the Powerflex bush. This is a new bush here, so that'll sit something like that on there. So you're going to separate this, get the old one off, give the bar a bit of a clean up and a degrease, and then it's going to go on the car. Little word of advice: don't put any of the bushes back on the anti-roll bar until it's on the car. You've got loads of access once it's on the car, but it's a little bit easier to manoeuvre in over the exhaust if you don't have any anti-roll bar bushes on it, because one goes here, the exhaust sort of runs through here, so it's much easier to manoeuvre over the exhaust. So what I'm going to do now is finish taking these off, get it cleaned up, and you'll join me again very soon. It'll be a second for you, it might be about an hour for me, under the car where we're going to reinstall this. Okay, so let's get cracking. Right, so we've got our anti-roll bar over the exhaust, and these are the two bolts where the bracket is going to go, and there's two more just here that I'm going to move the camera and let you see. So, bracket, a little bit of assembly grease on it. Can't hurt, probably not necessary. Okay, we'll get that ready for the inside. This is our bush. Again, a little bit of assembly grease in there. Get that looped in. I could say these are a bit of a mouth to get in, but that one seems to be okay. And then I'll move the camera here. Hopefully you can still see. This is our, I think it's called a stabilizer bush. So a little bit in there. And that slides over the end here. A little bit of force needed. That was one okay. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the stabilizer bush in just a little bit loose, and I'm going to put these in a little bit loose, and that'll give me a little bit of wiggle room on the other side as well. Cinch that up there. Yeah, cinch this, put that on. Here's our cap, and we all screw them all together. Really straightforward. Oh, and the flatter edge of the stabilizer, there's a rubber coating on one end that goes towards the ground, and the flatter edge goes towards the wishbone. Yeah, doing this on a ramp, it would be so much easier. But I'll have a turn it so you can see, you should be able to see there. Oh, that fell. It's a 14 now. Try not to hit yourself in the face with it like I just did. It wasn't clever. Okay. Let's get the other side in. There we go. Right there. Now that's loosely in. That's the way it's going to sit. Okay, that's okay. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the other stabiliser bar on so this all stays elevated. It's a little bit tricky to do. I'm going to do that off camera and I'll come back to you. So both stabiliser bars are in, and it's as you can see in the far side there. It's much easier now to get at this because it doesn't drop down as low. So what we're going to do is we're going to cup that one on there. Well, it doesn't fall off, you know. Cup that on there, and the cap goes on top. Make sure the top one up. And stick a bolt through. Got a few threads on it. That'll be much easier to get on. Socket. So as you can see, having 3 out of 4 done makes things a little easier on the last one. Now, assembly grease. Pop it over the anti-roll bar. I'll separate that. Get that all over that. Now we have our 2 sides and our bolts. Line that up. This is where it can get a little fiddly under the car. Trying to get access and get your hands in everywhere. Okay, that was much easier. I know I've done a bit of that off camera. It was just literally me fiddling with these, trying to get them all in, but putting the 2 stabilisers on, and then we've got the 2 anti-roll bars on. I left everything loose, so now I'm just going to go tighten it all up, and then have a little look so you can see it all just pulling all together. Even when I'm doing it here, you can see the other side just moving around because everything's under a lot of tension. So I'm going to get all these tightened all up, and then I will get the wheels on. Actually, now when I get it all tightened all up, we'll have a look at it, see how it looks. We'll have a little run through, but let me get these bolts on and come back to you. Here we have it, all done. Polybush, 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 4 on each side, and then our OMP brake, so hopefully that stiffens everything up. Now I've also got 2 for the rear beam, so we'll do that at another stage. I'm busy for the next week or 2, so we'll do the rear beam another time along with this leaky sump which needs done. I'm going to change this pipe as well. I'll change that off camera. I've just got a new one on there, it's really accessible. As you can see there, it's leaking a bit of coolant, but we'll get that changed. So in a future video, probably in the next video or 2, we'll get all our little knickknacks done. But for now, this is all done. I'm going to go and have me dinner, and then I'm going to go for a drive. So probably in the next video we'll do a driving impression and see if there's any cons to doing polybushes on the car. Hopefully it's all just shored up handling and not too much vibration and crashing around over bumps. But for now, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe and hit the video for the thumbs up. Support the channel. Cheers, take it easy.